Hi, Shane the Mechanic back again. Today we're going to do something pretty simple and basic. We're going to do an oil change on the Hyosung 650. First thing we need to do is run the engine up and get a little bit of temperature in the oil so it runs out nicely. Alright, let's get
so what we need to do this 10mm spanner to go on the oil filter cover, a 17mm ratchet or brake bar or spanner, magnetic tray for our bolts, a couple of rags, obviously the filter, and a drain tray. Let's get to it. And a filter cover, pretty simple, 3 10mm bolts. Like I said, I've already warmed the bike up. I'll let it run for 3 or 4 minutes, just enough to get some temperature in the oil and let it run out freely. We do have on the oil cover, the oil filler, what oil it wants, 10W40. Let's get this filter cover off. Yep. Plenty of oil in there because it's warm. Okay. O-rings. If they're damaged, you need to replace them. A better quality filter will come with O-rings in the filter kit. This was just from my local bike shop, and unfortunately it just came just by itself with no O-rings. So I just got to make sure the O-rings are nice and not damaged. We want to make this nice and clean before we put it back in. Okay, there's a bit of crush here. Not particularly what I wanted to see. And there's no O-ring inside. So make sure everything's in good condition. If it is damaged, replace it. That will sit on there, just like that. But that goes inside here. Now I know not everybody wants to do their own oil changes, and that's fine. But as long as you don't get ripped off in the process. So simple enough. Filter changed. Cover back on. Just going to nip those bolts up. This is an O-ring seal, remember? So we don't need to go nuts tightening these bolts up. That's it. That's the filter done. And here, remember, the exhaust still a little bit warm. Just undo that 17mm bolt. I know this is boring. The tiny little magnet on the bottom of the drain plug, as long as there's no metal, like chunks of metal on there, you're all good. Okay, we're going to let that drain for a couple of minutes. and come back. Okay, we're back. That's been draining for a little while, so let's go ahead and put this back in. Just do that up firm. You don't really want to strip the thread. Okay, let's put some more back in. Don't forget we've got our sight glass down here. Alright, so we don't want to overfill this or underfill it. We need it to be right in that window. So we just take that off, pop the lid on. And I'm just going to run the bike for 30 seconds and then recheck the oil level. The reason we run the bike is to get the oil back up into the oil filter so we have the correct oil reading. I can see the full level, I can see the sight glass. There's a gap about that much between the top of the sight glass and where the oil is, which is pretty much dead on the full. Make sure you wipe up all your mess. That's it, all change done. Shane the mechanic, hope I saved you some money.